Hey everybody, Spooky Month is officially here, and to celebrate, I figured I'd try out a new game for the channel. A little survival game by the name of CATACLYSM Dark Days Ahead. In this game, it's a roguelike survival game where you're trying to survive a post-apocalyptic world full of things like zombies, plant monsters, eldritch horrors, and more. It's been in constant development for a good while, and I'm playing it right now in the current experimental build. But what's special about this is I'm running with the Magiclysm mod, which adds a whole magic system to the game along with some thematic items and creatures. Now, before I get into the game proper, I'm going to quickly go to the character creation process so you know what's going on with my character here. Alright, so here we are at the character creation screen. Creating a character in CATACLYSM Dark Days Ahead uses a points-based system right here, and you can choose how you want to build your points. Like, you can use multiple pools, so you have to sort of use points from one pool to put points in another. Just have a big pool you can use for everything. We're going to go freeform, just put however many points you want in there. So one of the big ones is scenario, which basically is one of the big ways that determines how you start. Normally you just start out as an evacuee in a shelter where you're relatively safe, have an NPC with you, and you're decently out of the city. But you can go extreme in both directions. Like, for example, you could start on a military base's warehouse with lots of military gear, even though there's a lot of zombies around. You could be a holy person with like some spiritualist stuff, or you could have some genetic stuff going on with you because that's the game with mutations and bionics. Or you could just start somewhere relatively safe outside all the madness, like a farm or such. On the other end, you can have more weird stuff happening, like being in the middle of a private resort during a crazy party, or being in a car crash with various injuries, being relatively near some zombies, and being somewhat beaten up. There are also some particularly challenging ones for some special bit of fun, like Bordered, which is basically evacuee, but there's a huge wall just bordering the area which you have to find a way through. For this one, we basically have a huge man after you. You cannot run the guy, but always find you eventually. The only way to escape is for one of you to die. He's a pretty tough guy from what I've seen. You can also start out in a prison with an infected wound, which basically means you're gonna have to find some antibiotics. You're just about guaranteed to die. Or some of the big challenges, like starting out in Alcatraz, starting out in a trucking company which is secretly a lab, complete with automated defenses that'll shoot you down if you don't find your misplaced lanyard. Starting out dependent on the strange weather called portal storms, which, to get a bit into the lore I don't want to spoil, is basically reality breaking down because of some weird dimensional stuff that's happened. Start out in Amigo Camp, which yes, is one of those eldritch horrors in the game, straight from Pluto. Start out as a lost cause in a hospital who's woken up complete with zombies around. Start out as a medieval peasant. Some necromancy have brought you hither. You have only the hoose on your legs and a knife at your side, and your prayers to Mary Mood your god. Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad, especially look at the character you start out with, but he's illiterate, which is a really bad trait in this game, which prevents you from using computers or reading books. One of the more iconic challenges, really bad day. You're drunk to the point of incapacitation, depressed, infected, surrounded by fire, and sick of the flu. This day went downhill really fast. Or this one, where you have a horrible fungal infection from the fungal monsters in this game. And let's get some antifungal drugs. Mushrooms will burst out of your skin. It's pretty nasty stuff. But for the one I'm going with Squatter. I start out within a shelter, but it's kind of messed up and there's no NPC nearby. It gives me a single point, and it's definitely not one of the harder ones out there. So profession. This is basically like your character's job before the apocalypse started, or usually start with the survivor who, has some decent clothing, a messenger bag for carrying stuff, a wristwatch for telling the time, and his inventory consists of a smartphone, a matchbook, pocket knife, and a bottle of water. In case you're wondering, that's Universal Power Supply, not like the UPS company. Basically like a sort of form of energy in this game. You can press the @ sign to switch genders, which sometimes actually affects what you wear, but although it seems like you have to actually move out and away for it to actually affect your clothing. And yeah, on the high end, you can be something like a park ranger who starts out with lots of skills, all sorts of gear, and even a gun. Or, some actual military stuff, including a black belt who's good at unarmed combat, a militiaman who's got himself an AR-15 and a vehicle, on the lower end, you can be something like Naked and Afraid, a musician who's at least got a loaded six string and a social, a novice martial artist who's on his way to take his first lesson when the apocalypse started, or even a clown. At the very lowest, we can get into the bionics. Unfortunately, they're the bionics that are faulty and actually hurt you, like a noisemaker which occasionally makes noise, acidic discharge which hurts you and causes some pain, I think. No, wait, that's electrical discharge. I think acidic discharge just slowly lowers your sort of health stat over time. Or prototype cyborg, which actually has some good stuff like alloy plating on their body, but also worse stuff like self-locking thumbs, which makes it harder to use guns, a bionic nostril, which makes it hard to breathe, and some other stuffs. My character here is a relief volunteer. He starts out with a bit of healthcare skill, which helps with like using medical supplies and making them. Social, which is used for interacting with NPCs, although to be honest, NPCs kind of suck in this game. Starts with some of the usual stuff that the survivor has. Smartphone has an adhesive bandages and band-aids for healing, more water, and a bit of granola for food. Background here is sort of like put it in a way, sort of like our hobbies and stuff. Well, hobbies in quotation, because sometimes these aren't exactly hobbies. Like in high end, you can actually start out with like the melee skills and stuff, including melee weapon training, which basically gives us a special fighting style like Eskrima, medieval swordsmanship, Kaxilat, and those sort of things. Some martial art and kung fu stuff, and other things like bushcraft, which teaches us how to do all these proficiencies. Basically, if you don't have proficiencies in certain recipes, they take longer to make and they're more prone to messing up and either losing progress or materials needed to make the item. Negative end, it mostly is addictions, although there's some actual things like this one, which makes us good at survival and food handling, makes us intolerant to meat. This one, which is basically the same thing but makes us hate veggies and fruit instead. Hating books. And for the rest, these are all basically drug addictions, whether it's something like caffeine, smoking, amphetamines, crack cocaine, or heroin. The last thing I remember was meeting God behind the local food place. Then people started eating each other. This doesn't feel like a fever dream. For mine, I just went with cooking. Get a few levels in cooking food, and I started with these proficiencies in baking, bread making, dessert baking, food preparation, knife skills. If you want to roleplay, just imagine like my relief volunteer was the one who worked the food kitchen. Then for stats, these are basically your usual D&D style stats which affect various things in the game. Like for strength here, you can go anywhere from 4 to 14, although when you get to 12 it costs 2 points to go further. For strength determines my base health for each body part, which is 72, how much I can carry, and helps me bash down doors a bit easier. It also helps me resist diseases and poisons, and makes actions that require brute force more effective. Dexterity is mostly about making it easier to hit things, when throwing, and using ranged attacks. It also affects stuff which requires finesse. Intelligence makes it quicker to read and makes it easier to craft. It's also used when crafting and selling bionics and interacting with NPCs. Having high intelligence also is required to read books easily. If you don't, it just takes longer to read. Perception is usually used for aiming, but you also use it for detecting traps and stuff. Because I remember in older games, minefields could just appear anywhere in the wild, and if you didn't have good perception, you could easily wander into one. Oh, there we go. So traits. These are basically buffs and debuffs which your character can take. Some of these can be removed or gained through mutation, but some of these are just things that are basically always there. The ones on the right are basically can be ignored because they're just like little customization things to guarantee your character looks a certain way. So my character's traits, for positive things, I'm indefatigable, which basically means that my maximum stamina is higher. I got night vision, which makes me see easier in the dark and the mouse, and I can barely activate it to toggle night vision areas on and off. Quick, which means I'm just a little bit faster than usual. And I should point out that normally and technically gave myself a few extra points because I wanted to explore the magicalism stuff a bit more, which means I regenerate mana a bit faster, get more mana sensitivity, and mana efficiency. Those last two basically give me more maximum mana. For negative traits, I have addictive personality, which means it's easier for me to get addicted and harder to get rid of addictions, which is usually only worrying if you take those drugs too much. Glass jaw, which means my head has less health than usual, which honestly roleplay wise feels kind of appropriate since, you know, headshots always hurt. Heavy sleeper, which means it's harder for me to wake up if I'm sleeping, which honestly is good and bad because on one hand it's waking up when you're trying to sleep is annoying, on the other hand it means something could actually sneak up on me when I'm sleeping. Lightweight means negative effects of alcohol and drugs last longer. Slow healer, that I heal like 3/4 as fast as usual from things like sleeping and broken limbs. Squeamish means I can't put on filthy clothing at all. Normally you can wear filthy clothing, but it makes you unhappy, and getting hit with wearing filthy clothing can give you a dirty wound which needs to be cleaned. These two here basically just only have to do with the NPC interaction, which is something very minor, and to put it frankly, NPCs kind of suck in this game. Their AI is not really good and it really needs to be fixed up. And weak stomach here just means I'm more likely to throw up from things like food poisoning and alcohol. And I should point out, you could get some pretty bad traits on the negative side, like you're asthmatic, which means you have to use an inhaler or something similar to suffer some severe physical limitations, which can be deadly, although you do get an inhaler if you start with it. Illiterate just means you can't read, which means books and computers are off limits. Feral gives even less health. Wayfarer means you can't use vehicles at all. Imperceptive healer means you only heal at 10% of the regular weight. And for some of the absolute worst ones, there's genetic downward spiral, which means you mutate frequently and your genetic instability is rapidly climbing. I remember it used to say that you just could never get good mutations, but so I guess it must have changed at some point. Fragile means you have 75% less health, and absolutely the worst of all, irreparable, which means your wounds will never heal on your own, your broken limbs will never mend, which is pretty nasty in a game like this. I mean, there are ways to heal outside of just natural regeneration, but well, they're very rare outside of Magicalism. There are a few healing spells in the game which can help you out there, but in a regular game it's basically super nasty. And skills, which basically are like various skills I can raise to help me out in the world. Starting out, we have basically skills like blunt weaponry, cutting weaponry, and piercing weaponry, which helps your attack accuracy in dealing deadlier blows. Or depending on things like the accuracy or your ability to bypass heavy armor. Dodging, which makes it easier to dodge attacks or fall gracefully, or doing some acrobatic feats. And the skill mentions a first and second number. Well, it usually depends on like how much you're wearing and how encumbered you are. Melee, which is just finesse and personal combat generally, and unarmed combat, which is good for like doing all sorts of karate stuff. But we don't start out with karate. We do start out with a style called brawling though, because we have okay melee, which is basically a general style. But it's probably not as specialized or cool as fancier styles you can learn. For range skills, we have using bows, using guns, using heavier weapons like rocket and grenade launchers, although they're very rare and very rare to use. Using guns in general, rifles, shotguns, spellcraft, which is part of the Magicalism mod, basically represents magic theory, which helps you learn spells, decrease your failure chance, and craft special magical stuff. That's definitely something we're going to focus on this game. I didn't put any points into it because it's kind of easy to learn. Using SMGs and throwing objects, which can be anything from rocks to throwing spears to grenades. For crafting skills, we have applied science, which is general bench science, although in this game this is more about chemistry at this point, you know, like making things ranging from salt water to tanning hides to making mutation serums. Our skill in electronics, which is good for installing and managing bionic implants as well as anything electrical based. Fabrication, which is just sort of a generalist material. You can sort of see some of the things we can make with our skill, but there's definitely more than that. Food handling, which is basically cooking things, including food preservation and safety and brewing. Survival, which is about making survival gear and stuff. It's pretty easy to raise because you can actually raise it by stomping on zombie corpses and searching through bushes, so no points in there. Tailoring, which helps make clothing and repairing it, which is going to be important because our stuff can get damaged and destroyed. For interaction skill, there's athletics, which is apparently helps improve our fitness and stamina. Again, this is an easy one to raise, at least early on. Computers, which basically lets you use computers to actually hack them and bypass security to open doors and such. Devices, which is basically trap skill, which lets you help deal things like tripwires, bear traps, and mines. Healthcare, we actually start out with 2 points in this. That isn't shown here because of our profession. Which, as I mentioned, helps using medication, reduces the failure and complication rates of medical procedures. Mechanics, which is basically our skill in like using vehicles and machinery and stuff. Social, which is how we use for talking to people, which again isn't very important. And vehicles is basically how good we can drive. This is a very easy one to raise, and so I don't put any points into it. It's also one that usually lock after getting a skill point or two in it because it takes away from other experience. And here's the final skill where it shows everything put together. So it doesn't say, but because of our skill, our background, we have a food handling skill of 3 with about a third of the way to the next level. So we're very good at cooking, and we're okay at dodging, fabrication, melee, tailoring, healthcare, and have a bit of knowledge in social. You can see all our traits here. Just some general stuff about our character here, like their height, age, and blood type. And our character's name is Renato Friend. I just got this name randomly when I was searching through one time, and I just found a name too amusing to not put away because just the last name being Friend strikes me as very funny. We start out in a random location, which is to put another way, basically a messed up shelter. We don't have a starting vehicle, we aren't addicted to anything, and we don't have any bionics going on. So with that, let's get back to the game and we'll start the game proper. Alright, and now we're back with the main game. So as you can see, I'm starting out in a messed up survival shelter. It has a computer I can use, which I actually looked up before recording started, to click contact us. And when you do that, it adds a little mission where you have to go check out the evacuation center, where all the refugees are hanging out. But as you can see, there's stuff missing and like junk lying around, and some of these lockers are just metal wreckage instead of actually lockers. But overall, not too terrible of a start. So before the video started, I actually did mess around with like experimenting, making sure all the sound was working. So that's why this bench is smashed when I'm carrying a plank. So before we go exploring around here, let's go look at our game plan by checking the map. So as you can see here, it's represented in ASCII with like all these F's representing forest tiles, these zeros represent an attunement altar, which is something part of Magicalism, although that's going to be later in the game. There's some light industry down here, and over here you can see a town with houses, a park, a little car dealership, a bank, good old gun store, and a restaurant, among other things. So as you can see, the little thing I mentioned shows the road that leads to there, not the direct path, as you can see by the little road to active mission thing up here. If we're going as crow flies, we'd be walking through this unknown area over down here where the refugee center is. So here's sort of the plan I'm thinking of. So we're gonna first head out and check these houses here to see what they have. And then I might go swing by here to see if there are any zombies there, because sometimes these places don't spawn zombies at all and you can loot a few things there. Just see if any tools I might need. From there, we're gonna go up here to these 2 rural houses to loot them. And in case you're wondering, this thing is a beehive where they're just giant bees and stuff. It's not really something I'm going to be checking right now. Now, once we check the second house, we're going to go here, head up to the northeastish past the town of Easy, go by this river, cross here, and then go here. Now, this is a magic academy, and this is one of the places that has a lot of stuff involving magicalism, like spell books, some spell crafting things, and all sorts of other cool stuff. So definitely a place we're going to check out if we want to go get our magicalism on. Once we get there, we'll head back across the bridge and head southeast past the town of Orient, over down here a bit more, and then try and get around here. From there, it'll be easy to get to the refugee center. There's a town nearby we can do more looting, and we can check around this area to see if there's a place where we can shack up. Seems like a good plan. Seems good to me. Alright, now before we check, I also want to make sure I set my fighting style properly to brawling. Since I have at least 1 point in melee, I can switch this style, which is a bit better than just smacking around with nothing. It's basically just, punching, kicking, and swinging stuff. This style can be used with any weapon. The main thing I get out of that, I get better blocking when I get to melee 5, but so far I don't know any of these techniques, which are basically little things that happen when I'm attacking or getting hit to help me in combat. Next level, we'll be able to get feint, which means basically that if I miss an attack, it only counts for half a move instead of a full swing. And at level 6, I can learn how to disarm my opponents and break grabs, which is good because when zombies grab you, that's when they try and bite you. And biting isn't the traditional death sentences in normal zombie games, but if bites do have a chance to leave nasty wounds that need cleaning, otherwise they get infected. And infections are really nasty in this game, as in, even if you get antibiotics, they can kill you. Okay, so as you see, I have a plank here as my weapon, so there we go. You grit your teeth and prepare for a good fight. So I'm gonna press Shift V here to look around what we got here. Got some tan bark, which is good for some survival crafting, like for fiber mat and stuff. Sort of see in the bottom here. But let's see what else here. There's saline eye drops, which I'll probably grab. Some acorns, which can be eaten raw but are pretty bad. Gummy vitamins. A USB drive with Hack Pro, which is good for some hacking stuff and learning computers. Bandages, melatonin tablets, which can help you recover from sleep deprivation, and some feathers, which can be good for some fletching. So let's go grab some stuff. Saline eye drops, the gummy vitamins, Hack Pro, feathers. And also something worth noting is that you have to pass by lockers in order to see what's inside them, because it's basically can't see what's in unless you get close and look inside. Like here, you couldn't see everything here until you got here. There's a used candle, an evacuation pamphlet, basically just telling you don't panic and all that. A paper wrapper, which can be good for starting fires and crafting later on. It says I know nothing I can craft with it, but that doesn't mean there's nothing I can craft with it. And protein rations, which actually are pretty bad food. Here it is. Soypalooza ran a highly successful crowdfunding campaign for their signature protein bar, dubbed DieZoom. First, you live in one of these bars 3 times a day, presumably forever. After backers received their product, a single flaw was found. Most consumers found starvation preferable to the flavor. Warehouses of the product went unsold as the company went bankrupt, providing a perfect opportunity for FEMA to scoop them up and stock evac shelters. Now, you hold a piece of famous crowdfunding histories in your hand. How exciting. So yeah, provides good calories because the game uses a more advanced version of nutrition instead of just eat when you're hungry. But it makes me thirsty, it tastes bad, and it hurts my health, which isn't an actual, health bars, but sort of lifestyle stat here, which is basically how healthy you feel, which helps out with getting sick and healing quickly. Because this bar here is in my actual health. If head and torso run out of health, it's game over. If my limbs run out of health, they get broken and I have to put on a splint or something to heal them, and I can't really use them. On top here we got a matchbook, which is 9 matches, I'll take that, and a gallon jug of cheap wine. Gallon jug's kind of big and I don't want to carry around some cheap wine for now, so I'll leave that there. Now for the more important part, the downstairs. So what do we got down here? A syringe. I'll definitely take that because there are some medicines you can only take with a syringe, like morphine. Got some emergency stuff here. Ooh, whistle, take that. Along with a bit of those clothes. A flag dust mask, which is, just, like a little mask they make you wear that people in 2020 got pissed over for no reason. Perfect for a real patriot. Well, if it was a real patriot's got dust mask, it'd say something like government mandated muzzle or something. That's what I've seen. More calcium tablets, cool. Gonna have to break down these doors because they're broken. Nothing in here. This one's fine. We got nothing too interesting. We got a sponge. Now that's gonna be good because, as you might know, my character is squeamish, which means he won't wear any filthy clothing. And just about any clothing I find off a zombie is gonna be filthy, so we're gonna need to wash it if we ever want to actually use it. And it also requires some sort of cleaning component like soap or detergent. Alright, unfortunately we didn't find a first aid kit because you can usually find them in these shelters, so we're gonna have to hit the road now. While we're heading on down here, I'll sort of explain some of the stuff up here. This thing here represents my temperature, how hot I am overall, based off my clothing and what the weather's like. These are my stats. Oh, and we found a zombie. So see the safe here? That means I have something called safe mode on. If I see a hostile monster, it'll prevent me from moving while it's on. Control V and we can see that there's a zombie right over here. You can't see me from where I am, which is good because it's hostile. It's slower than me. Here's its description, just how it has human body, unstoppable rage, oily black eyes. So yeah, definitely want to be careful though, especially since we're just wielding a plank as a weapon, and that's not a very good weapon. Ooh, there's a bicycle over here, and it's actually in working condition, I noticed, so... Okay, we're just gonna skirt around here. I can also see a fat zombie down there, which is a zombie but slower and a bit beefy, chunkier in combat. Ooh, now we got a kid here, so... Again, they're slow, but they're a little dodgy, and the worst thing about them is that when you kill them, your character gets depressed because they're a kid, and... Ooh, we just found a clock. Yeah, it was only a child, and little's different about it, and now aside from the hungry look inside, you'd be hard-pressed to not feel like you're killing an actual child by putting it down. Yeah, and it really tanks morale, which you can see here. You get a better examination of it by pressing V. Totally fine right now because nothing's really affecting it. Right next to it is sound, which sort of tells us how much sound I'm making as I'm doing stuff. Focus, which is sort of an experience thing. Basically, as I do things that give me experience and skills, like searching these bushes, it goes down. Ooh, more feathers. And it changes depending on how much morale we have, so if we're in a good mood, we can get it back quicker and get more, but if we're miserable, we can't get it back as quickly. Oh, okay, so bad news. Light industry does have zombies in there, and one of them's seen me, so we're gonna have to move away. Good news is that zombies are stupid, so they'll chase me forever, and they'll usually fall into like traps and stuff running away. You can sort of see on the mini-map here that he's actually sees me because there's a little NE here is marked in a pinkish red, which means that he can see where I am. So, he can't see me now, but he can still follow me because he'll go to where he last saw me, so what we got down here? Okay, we're gonna try and check out this house down here. There shouldn't be any I don't see any zombies in the way, except for a fat zombie down there. And oh, there's a fat zombie down here. I'm gonna have to probably do some dodging in a bit. But first, let's just get in this window. So what do you see here? Baking book, some more hammer, more cooking stuff. Okay, so we're gonna quickly want to get some tools here. Take some canned tomato. What's that down there? Need scarf, camo tox, cigarettes, and lighter. Pot's gonna be important for cooking. Let's see, looking here, I'll grab a steak knife and, oh, hammer, definitely want that, and screwdriver, duct tape. Okay, now we're gonna run out, just get out here before this guy catches up with us. Again, he's slow and dumb, so he probably won't be able to keep up with us. Oh, and don't mind the stuff going on with the animals over here, you know, like this water scorpion, which is just basically a giant water strider. Baby one, these ducks, big beavers, a regular beaver, and some more ducks. You know, just some usual post-apocalyptic wildlife. Oh wait, there's another zombie there. Yeah, we're gonna have to sneak by these. Again, a big part about surviving here is just using our knowledge and speed to our advantage. Since these zombies are slow, they're not gonna be able to keep up with us. Actually, I can hop in here quickly. An arc welder, which is going to be good for making stuff. Jackhammers are really cool if you want to like cut down walls and stuff. You already got a hammer here. A wood saw is going to be key for if we do some wood crafting, so we can saw wood and chop down trees and stuff. It's not very good at it, but we definitely want it for now. Oh right. I also forgot to mention that sometimes geese can get a little aggressive because, you know, honk honk and all that. And yeah, just give me a warning there because the goose is there, so, and technically might attack me. Okay, the zombie should be out of our hair for now. Well, I say hair, my character's completely bald, it looks like. Again, I guess you have to actually add those traits in order for them to have like hair and stuff, so. While we're here, we're going to go into the crafting menu with the ant signs. So looking here, I can make a cudgel, which is probably my best choice. A 2x sword, which is a plank with a handle, basically a wooden sword. Break a plank into a large wooden club, regular wooden club, or turn it into a pointy stick. I'm going to go with the cudgel since it's not only is it my best weapon, it trains my fabrication. It's going to take a while since I don't know how to carve. It's generally one of the better weapons I can get early on. It does 10 bash damage with decently good at hitting, and has some special techniques I can use when fighting, like on a crit I can stun something if I have at least 3 melee. I can strike quickly to do quicker for less damage, and it's good with blockings. So we're gonna go make this now. It's gonna take a little while, so. But now at the end we learned Fabrication 3, so that we get new recipes, and all the level 2 recipes are not gonna be useful since they don't train us. We are hungry, so we're gonna eat some granola. Start out with like 12 portions of it because of who we are. And then let's keep heading up on the road. See, also here we have mana here, which is in the max mana, which is pretty high because of the traits I took, just so we can experience all the Magicalism gameplay. The date, I know you might notice it starts on day 61. I'm not exactly sure why, but it's a bit of a plot reason, which I don't fully understand. There's a weariness here, which is a sort of mechanic where if I exert myself too much, I get slower at doing certain types of activities. Walking here is moderate, while say trying to beat up the zombies counts as extreme. We've got our stamina, which is like our short-term energy, which is usually depleted by... Oh geez, I completely missed the troll. Okay, yeah, this is a Magicalism monster. Don't panic, maybe it licks. Okay, good. It's willing to fight those giant aphids. Oh, and a coyote's after me now. Get away from me, Greg. Yeah, I'm just like pressing Shift She. It's usually used for talking, but you can also use like shout at things, so just did that to scare the coyote away. You can do that with a lot of natural wildlife actually, and it can be really helpful in keeping them away. So here's your old house. Door's locked, but the window's open. Not seeing any knives I want. Got a couple of bits of clothing which will keep me warm. What's in here? I'll take the wool gloves and the signet ring, which you can take apart for some stuff. Some aspirin, that's gonna be good if we get hurt because that'll help alleviate some pain. Ooh, nearly full flashlight. Good battery, some string, scissors. I think I got everything I really want in there. In here is a lot of food. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to take it all because this messenger bag we have is pretty small. Let's take a beer, and how about some mineral water? Oh, what didn't I take? Oh, I guess some of the burgers, so I'll take like 5 of them instead. We need detergent if we want to use our sponge, so we'll get that. First aid kit, what do we got from there? Medical tape, a pair of scissors, adhesive band-aids, and band-aids. I don't need that. Let's check the rest of these here. Nothing I can really wear. I mean, I can wear it, but it's not anything I want. I see all those boxer briefs there said poor fit. Ooh, hell yeah, we got something from... Got a magic item, and it's a pretty cool one. Scroll of Cure Light Wounds. Let's see, I'll drop one of these. Grab that. And let's read it. So here it tells us a bit about what the spell does and like how much it heals me for like 5 points. It isn't much, but it's definitely going to be useful, so let's go learn it now. Just wait as we study it. So think about the spells. So this game is that there are 8 different spell classes. This spell is for a biomagic class, which is about manipulating flesh and at their own or other things. It's gross but very adaptable, but it locks me out of Druid, which is, you know, about nature and stuff. So I'm going to take the spell, so I can't learn Druid spells, but that's okay, because I think these spells are generally better. So I do want to take one of those things, so what else can I drop? Maybe a beer? Okay. So in reading books, you have to read them to see what they give you, so this one can bring my healthcare knowledge to 1, which is a bit of a separate thing from actual skill, because you have like practical and theoretical skills, so like doing things gives you experience, but reading gives you a different kind of experience, which can make it easier to actually get your actual practical skill to that level. In addition, it can help me practice bandaging, which is a thing I can practice to gain the wound care proficiency, so I might keep it for that. Other than that, can I grab anything in here? Oh, I know one thing I can do, so this is a little thing about that. You know how the aspirin bottle has like... or aspirin in it, so I can put the aspirin from these in here. So I'm carrying more because it's kind of a fancy thing about the game is that you gotta manage your inventory Tetris. I mean, people talk about the game backpack here, huh? Well, this is some real Tetris here. And for some reason, it's letting me try and pick stuff up even though I can't pick it up. So now that I've got everything I can, let's go keep looking around. Ooh, there's a portal down there. I don't think you can actually go in there, or at the very least, you can't go in there without anything. You can't go anywhere without it, but yeah, it's also got like some shock stuff going on, so we're gonna leave that be. I'm also leaving it be because I see Kraken and Migo corpses down there. Migos are bad news in this game, especially early on. They're faster than you, can easily kill you, and you're screwed unless you have like something that can have them fight instead that gets them distracted. Okay, so now up to the northwest, it looks like we got flying some fireflies. They're giant because, you know, the Cataclysm has done some weird stuff to the population. Don't want to describe exactly what because it's a bit of a spoiler. Ooh. So, as you see on the map, it automatically marks like little things like derelict sheds, that portal. You just stumbled across a group of dead college kids, so what do these guys got? I'll take that worn baseball cap. As you can see, it's pretty messed up, but it does give us some protection from the glare, because let me. What's this one here? Oh yeah, it keeps the glare out of our eyes. Basically, if it gets really sunny, the sunlight blinds us a bit, and we lose a bit of perception up here. And I'm kind of curious about taking that flare, so because we can take it apart to get the stuff inside. But I really don't want to lose any of my stuff, so I'm gonna have to leave it be. Yeah, see in the minimap there, that's that derelict shed I mentioned. There's nothing really in there, but we can like smash some stuff there if we want, like get some wood or something. Alright, let's keep going. See, obviously walking is not going to be the fastest way to get anywhere, but the cars require fuel and most of the time need to be repaired because the Cataclysms apparently like destroyed most of the cars and their wheels. Oh, okay, we've got a zombie child here, so the thing about wearing things like these is that it actually encumbers you a bit. So right here it shows this little thing on how encumbered you are over here and how warm you are here. So we have like 21 encumbrance on our torso. So as you can see, we have like -2 to dodge. We have like 79% balance. That. Now that we take it off, it's a lot better. So, oh, there's a kid. So, okay. So the thing about combat is again, zombies are stupid. So they'll wander into tiles like this, which take them a while to move into, and basically gives them less time to attack. So, get over here, kid, and swing. 7 damage. Misses. Okay, now move back, try and get him into the tile again. And we're dead. So you feel guilty for killing zombie child, so look at how much morale we lose. 58 morale, so we're currently very depressed. And while we're depressed, I'm going to quickly forge the underbrush just so we don't lose the focus from being super depressed. Yeah, you can easily tell your mood because it has a little emoticon right there. Right now it's like big frown. So we got here. Oh cool, we got Persepolis. Any of you folks read that book? I remember reading it back in... we got more company here, so what do we got? Something down there. I already got a bandana. Oh, computer science book, I definitely want that. Yeah, it's going to be key to learning how to do computer stuff. Okay. Bag of flour, some food here, jug of bleach. Ooh, pretty full lighter, I'll take that. Yeah, because a lot of these tools, you can see they have like bolt turning quality, screwdriving quality. Basically, there's going to be used for lots of crafting recipes. And carving knife and a meat cleaver, I want those. And we'll drop the steak knife. I want those because there's an item we can get later on called the butchering kit, which really helps with butchering. Okay, I'm assuming that it's just a bathroom that zombie's in, so we're gonna get out of here. Where did I... Oh, I'm wearing it. Okay, so we're gonna head north up here and then northwest, so gonna have to go through the woods. First, turn on safe mode so we don't have a repeat of the zombies. I like to take those juniper berries because later on we can try and grow some and get some booze going, but hang on, thirsty. Not in real life, in game. So we'll just drink that mineral water. Make us feel a little bit less bad and actually provides a bit more thirst than usual water. Okay, should be reaching that intersection soon. Oh yeah, there's some gun casings here. If you're good at gunsmithing, you can hand load those. Yeah, I can sort of see that there are a lot of cars here that are just like messed up. Like this one's lacking wheels, its engine is messed up, and it doesn't even have a gas tank or battery, so it's gonna take too much work to fix that car at this point. Ooh, hunting lodge. Let's go check this out. This is usually a pretty good place to hang out. Who knows, maybe we can find a good backpack here. Well, we got a better baseball cap. I'll definitely take that. Big thing about that is that more repaired equipment is better at taking damage. I mean, this one's negligible, but it's a little bit. I'm sorry, look better than having like a messed up bat thing on our head. Wear this because it gives us some decent protection. And look at all these books. Let's see. If you're curious, the ones that are deeper are the actual skill books, while these ones are more entertainment books. Ooh, what's this? Paladin's Guide to Modern Spellcasting. I'll definitely grab that in a bit. And let's take a look up here. Take the gold watch because I could probably just deconstruct it. For some reason with this game, I'm really convinced that sort of stuff is going to be important for like actual spell making stuff. Nothing down here. Just some food. Also an important thing to notice that when you're standing up on a higher Z level, you can see further, so we can actually see this motel over there. A steel chain would be nice because you can use it as a rope, but can't use that now. Well, rather we won't be able to carry it. Okay, I'm gonna get a trench coat for now because that can give us a bit more storage space. Hang on, I'm gonna do a bit of inventory Tetris because the copper pot is nice, but I think you actually need a specific casserole pot if you want to cook certain recipes, so we're gonna take that instead. And I should point out this game is technically early access, so it's, well, not early access, it's an experimental build, so glitches happen. Like that, like the one you just saw back there. Okay, I'm gonna do a bit more Tetris. We're gonna unload this, take one of the two casserole pots, take the cudgel, put the casserole we have in our inventory. Okay, good, we can carry the casserole pot. What about this book? Cool, we got it. Let's see what else we can grab. The Hammer Yo Illustrated, which will help us learn how to do electronics. And, oh, that one's too big for us. So one more place here I want to check before we go down. Oh, keep moving on. More gloves are kind of encumbering for now, so grab this with G, move over. So what do we got over here? Got like a fitness room and just like a little game room. I know sometimes you go down here, you can just find a little thing at the end with like tons and cocaine. Because yeah, hard drugs are in this game and you can use them if you want. Just be careful about them though, because you could easily get yourself sick or worse. Okay, so what do we got over here? You can see tough zombie and a regular zombie. we'll just skirt around for now. Oh, there's a zombie kid on this side, so the second thought we'll skirt around this way. Tough zombies, I think, are just slightly better than regular zombies in general. A bit more health, a bit faster, and a bit more damaging. I'm just peeking over here because it does look like there's some cars that might be usable. Okay, I'm going to try and get this tough zombie over here and fight him. Oh, and there's a zombie medic. I think he just usually drops some medical themed stuff. Oh, and that zombie just smashed a wheel hub assembly on that beetle, which is basically a thing that's used to make the car turn. Okay, he's coming over here. We're gonna get him stuck on this rock. Ooh, good first few hits. And one more time. Ah, damn, my cudgel's already damaged because yeah, I can get damaged if you use them a lot, so it's gonna make it a little less effective, and it will eventually break, so I'll have to build a new one, or preferably find a better weapon. Okay, got a zombie medic. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to get his attention. There we go. Come on over. And yeah, it does look like a normal zombie. I'm guessing that's because they haven't really made a unique sprite for it. Because again, this is like a pack made by various... This graphics pack is made by certain people, so what do we got here? Ooh, a scalpel. That's actually very good. You can use it for very fine cutting stuff as opposed to just like a regular carving knife. Also, I should point out that there's a little thing on... It's sweat simulating this game, so our torso is actually damp right now because it's getting a little warm, which will cool it down but makes it a bit thirsty. And our feet are warm, which isn't really something I feel like I can control. There we go, got the scalpel. Well, except by taking off my shoes and sneakers, but that just feels kind of weird. Don't want to wind up on only feet, even in a post-apocalypse. Okay, we've got two zombies there, pretty far, and a few up here. So let's take a look here. It's dented, but there are enough wheels. Unfortunately, oh, wait, the reclining seat is fine. What's wrong with the engine? I'm gonna need the key to start it, and I don't think those exist in the game. It does have enough gasoline battery to move those, so, but we can't really use it. The rest of those vehicles down there do not look good. Two cars there, one of which might work. Hang on. Okay, nothing really interesting in the back. Oh, great, two zombies going after us. I usually like looking here because you can find like a map or something inside there, which gives you a good idea about the layout of the land. So just try and move back and get one of these here at a time. Okay, good. We got one zombie coming at us. Don't want to have to deal with more than one at a time right now since we're still pretty weak in the game. I mean, definitely not as weak as we could be, but still don't want to be fighting too many zombies when all we got was like a stick. Ooh, cigar. Good news, our morale's actually back to normal now. We forgot all about murdering that shell like, what, an hour or two ago in game time? Okay. Just thinking what I want to do here. Ooh, we got a wasp's nest. Now, wasps in this game suck. The game doesn't recognize them with safe mode, but they get aggressive if you get close to them. If you do so, they'll basically murder your ass unless you can sprint away fast enough. So yeah, they're bastards. Just like in real life. Don't you think? Trying to see what I can see in there. Oh, is that what I'm thinking is? Yes, it is. Tourist guide. That'll basically give us an idea what's in the area if we take a look at it. We are gonna have to kill another kid though. And the swimmer. And I got a stupid idea. Yep, come on this way, you two. I'm just slightly faster than them so I can get away with this. Okay, just need them sort of nearby the nest, but not too close to the bees. Austin. So as you can see, the swimmer zombies locking onto the bees now because they're technically enemies, so... Yeah, see the swimmer zombies getting stung up, and as it's trying to hit it... Oh, the zombie kid was killed by another bee. Sorry, wasp. And as you can see, it's basically dead. Now, bad news is that they are going to get back up because, not to get too much into lore, but something is what's causing the zombies to reanimate, and unless I really beat them up, it'll just patch them back up and they'll get back up later, so that's why I've been using like the S command to smash the corpses when I kill them. So, okay, now that we got those idiots out of the way, let's go take a look down here. Okay, we're gonna have to deal with one more zombie. I guess it heard all the glass shattering, got curious about what was going on. So come on over here, buddy. Step into the slab. Oh, tried to grab me, but it broke out. No. There we go, okay. Okay, we should be set to grab the map and then just run away. An empty cache. Yeah, here it is. The tourist guide here for the Landaf area, so now I can see all the roads in this area, and it also highlights like some occasional points of interest on the map, like, let me see, like Roxbury, you can see the cathedral here. So yeah, very good for learning about the lay of the land. And there's nothing else in here, so we're gonna get moving. Let's just grab our bag and stuff that we left down here. Oh, already had my bag with the trench coat and... Just trying to think of... I guess I'm gonna have to be warm for a bit, unfortunately. So we're just gonna head back up here and continue our plan of getting to VZ, but... I do see a road here, so let's go check out this area for a bit. What I really want to get is a good bag of some kind, which will really help me carry all my loot. Okay, looking at it, looks like it's going to be another rural house, judging by the fact that the road's turning to dirt road. So let's take a look in here. Yep, rural house. Looks pretty normal out on the outside, but... Oh, that's just an oversized crow. It's, you know, some of the slightly mutant wildlife, but... It should be fun if we go inside. Book on canning. Ooh, motorcycle helmet. Definitely wear that, because it's a lot better armor. The bathroom has a towel, which I'll definitely take. Which is going to be good, because if we get wet, we can just apply that to ourselves and it'll help dry us off. A leather belt. Now that's good because we can use that to store our cudgel. We can sort of acts like a sheath in a way. You know, for like sheathing our sword or something, but instead for a small stick we use to to whack things. Ooh, fungicide. I'm not sure if that can be used to cure fungal infections, but I will take it just in case. What else we got here? I should be fine without getting any more matches, so leave that be. Gonna have to break in here, unfortunately. Grab some jewelry, which may or may not be useful later. Ooh, knee pads, I definitely want those. Those help provide a bit of protection. Well stocked later. Computer World does help teach us computer knowledge. Yeah, just just let you stop in here so you can read real quick. Also, big thing about books is that they contain recipes like these ones. Just gotta grab a drink of water, so 1 sec. Okay. So yeah, these 2 books can really help us learn how to use computers and actually practice computers to actually learn the skills. This one gets us to level 1 and teaches all these cool recipes here. Probably not gonna be able to use a lot of those recipes until we actually gain some skills, but it's definitely good to have this from now. I was just interacting with Edith climb over the fence there, because otherwise I won't be able to actually go over it. No, I can't just walk through the forest here, but I kind of like to stay away from being deep inside because it's entirely possible we won't run into something nasty in here and it tries to kill us. You know, like that troll we met that nearly killed me right at the beginning of this recording. That would have been embarrassing. I mean, then again, I could have just instead had it open up, reload the game, and had a different world instead of this one, and you wouldn't have known the difference. Ha ha ha. But in all seriousness, what's the Let's Play about a bit of danger? Let's Player beat stupidity, huh? Okay, things are looking okay for now. I mean, we're still getting pretty warm because of all the stuff we're wearing, but we're finer than that. Oh, uh-oh. See, this is why one of the things I didn't want to see. Zombified Yule Cat. A magical beast from Icelandic folklore, known for their cat-like appearance and hobby-feeding workshop elves. But this one's a zombie because you know, whatever this causing the zombies also affects animals and mythical creatures, so yeah, we're just gonna stay away from that. Oh, what's this up here? Oh, clay deposit. If we had a shovel, we could get clay from there, which can be used for some crafting stuff, but again, not too important for us. Oh, yeah, want to be careful of that. There's a mass grave over there. Tried burying all these zombies, but they just got back up. So how far? We should be getting the road relatively soon. Let's see if I'm on. He was complaining about some black rats, which is really nothing. I mean, they might get aggressive if we get too close, but they really aren't that nasty at all. Okay, there should be a little thing up here, which little radar's telling me about some cattle dogs popping up on the right. And a little group of dachshunds. Oh, ooh, there's a military roadblock here, so... Oh yeah, this guy got shot by something up here. Yeah, they had these riot control platforms dispersed to help stop the zombies. You can sort of read this whole thing here. There's a lot of stuff there, basically, but they're less lethal, but that doesn't mean non-lethal. Yeah, it does require a human operator to locate it, so it's not mobile anymore. What's also important to note is that it only has 6 shots in it, so let's see. I'm only counting 2 casings here, so I'm assuming there's definitely more ammo in there. You can hear universal curfews in effect. Please return to your home. This unit is authorized to open fire. So yeah, if we get home, it'll try and shoot us, which is really nasty. This car's not usable because it doesn't have a seat. Well, the seat's broken. What else can I see here? Alright, that's a little thing for... Another thing that's usually part of here, which we can't see right now. Oh, hang on, looks like the miner zombies are coming down. Oh, it's out of ammo. And the zombies are all coming down just to smack around because it's technically not their quote-unquote faction. And, oh yeah, don't mind the weird noise that's coming up. That's a little annoying thing that comes with the sound pack when there are a lot of zombies or stuff on screen and the game starts making creepy noises like that. Oh, this car is working. Yeah, someone left it on, so it's... Can't use that. This one's working, apparently. What do you got in the back? Oh yeah, irradiated food, which is basically the game's way of saying that it's been like blasted with radiation, so it's technically won't rot. Yeah, just imagine like that creepy noise in the background is like the Dio menacing thing. So what these guys got? Anything I can take with me? What do you cops got? Holster. Oh yeah, that's a technically monster too. Just some military searchlight, which is some automated search AI that just goes around trying to find targets. It can't actually hurt me, but it can light me up. Oh, I can't actually take the cigar. Let's see. Holster. Hang on, we'll open up that individual patrol kit. Store the cudgel for now. Alright, what am I wielding? Oh, bandage, yeah. Can't carry all this stuff, including these magazines and pistol. Oh, this guy's got a Glock, which I can't have. I'll definitely remember this, because this is stuff I can technically use if I want. This car's got a... I can't use it because the gasoline pump is broken. Wait, do I have my... Oh shoot, I forgot my cudgel. I do not want to forget my weapon. Oh wait, I put it away. Okay, I do have it, then we're good. Oh. Some of the zombies are hitting this door and it's alarmed, so it's off. So it's letting off an alarm. It's annoying, but you know, that's how alarms are. Okay, we should be able to control this vehicle, so we'll get moving out of here. It's not got a lot of fuel in it, but honestly, I don't need that. I don't need fuel that much. We're not going too far here. Besides, we're probably gonna have to go off-road eventually. So now we have like 1% fuel. Ooh, what's this? Oh, cabin. I don't think I'm gonna find anything interesting in that one, no, because it looks pretty broken. So yeah, think about cars that driving gives you some vehicle experience. Unfortunately, it isn't a very useful skill, so once I get to level 1, I'll lock it so none of my focus goes into it, and I can use it for more important things like survival. As in the skill, not survival in general. Oop. Oh, we're coming to the town proper. I see zombies. Okay, I'm gonna... Okay, now draw some zombies in, taunt them a bit with my car. And we'll try and draw them north so I can search this house. Because I still want to get a backpack. Some kind. I mean, I could technically run them over, but I just want to keep them curious for a bit. Hey guys, you like my shiny new car? But watch out, puppy. This is good stuff. Okay, now that one, I'm gonna go here and turn this skill off so it doesn't get used up anymore. Yeah, I can ram into them, but again, it damages the car, which in most cases I wouldn't want to do, but in this case I don't think that's too much of a problem. Oh, they broke the security system. Not sure how that works exactly, if it's like a thing that's on the outside of the car or not. Okay, wait for these guys to get close and then peel out of there. So long, suckers. And now we'll loop the car around and head back over to town for now. How much fuel does it have? Like 9 minutes worth of fuel. So yeah, this car is basically dead now, so again, I wasn't really going to use the car forever, so not much of a problem. And get our weapon out because we're going to need it likely. So how do we get in here? Okay, there's a window up there I can sneak in. Oh. Hey, kid. Get over here, kiddo. Yeah, our stuff's weighing us down. Oh. Okay, brainless zombie. That's fine. I can deal with that. Just so you saw I was bleeding there. If I don't have a weapon in my hands, then I can put pressure on the wound to help it stop bleeding quicker. This is definitely important for medical concerns because Losing a lot of blood is of course bad for you. And this brainless zombie is actually extra stupid. Its facial features and skull's been devastated, so it's basic. So it can't actually see me at all unless it's literally right next to me. So it's just gonna wander around a bit. Oh, zombie dog. What's more encumbering? This. Okay, this. Take this off and stand down. Okay, there are more zombies in here, I guess. You get over here. You didn't have to break the window, buddy. Oh. Get off me. Okay, okay. We're good now. Let's get back our bag and get looting. Blanket. Nothing interesting here. Take the rings. I'm not sure how useful they are again in this pack because, again, Magiclysm has a lot of stuff I don't really know about, so I'm just assuming it'll be useful eventually. I got enough for crafting. Take apart for crafting or, you know, okay, just had to pause there. I was just trying to focus on closing those windows so no one sees me in here. Ooh, copy of Dune here. Good old Frank Herbert. Never read that book, actually. Got a kid's trike. And oops, I wasn't sure if that was the... Oh wait, they can't see me yet because I'm... Okay, I'm not in the shadows, but I guess they couldn't see me for some reason, so... Okay, we're gonna check one more house here before we... Oh, uh-oh. Got a feral human here. Their pupils are dilated and what can be seen of the iris and scaly are bloodshot. This crowbar-wielding maniac still breathes, but the zombies treat them like one of their own. So again, not to get into too much spoilers, but whatever causes zombie infection isn't of the kills you and then makes you zombie. It's in backstory. There's a whole bunch of rioting stuff going on and caused by something, and well, those are what the rioters are, I think. And then when they die, they come back as zombies. So you gotta be careful because that guy actually has a weapon. Even this is just a crowbar. Oop. Oh, I gotta be careful about this. This is a grave here, some thing, and sometimes whoever's in there pops back up. But yeah, look, yeah, that's one of the easier ferals, and they can actually throw rocks at you if you get close, which actually hurt quite a bit. Or just someone throwing a rock. Okay, oop. Okay, this house is pretty filled up, and they are all seeing me, so we're gonna have to get out of here. Yeah, on second thought, maybe we aren't gonna go check that house out. Ooh. Oh, pump station. It has some good stuff, but not what we need right now. And besides, we don't have any. Okay, maybe we're actually gonna check. So again, zombies are stupid. See these? They're all gonna follow me up this way. And there's this big crater here, which is this big hole in the ground for some reason, like an explosion of some sort. Gonna stand right here and look at them all fall down that pit. Aren't they stupid? Oh. Ah, crap. So, there are also ants in this game, and recently they re-added acidic ants, which, as you can guess, they can shoot acid at you if you piss them off. Yeah, normal ants can be pretty bad, but acidic ants suck even more. Come on, buddy, get over here. Nope. There we go. And that means there's going to be an anthill somewhere around here. That's where they nest, so we're gonna have to deal with that eventually. Okay, let's get the last of these guys idiots up here. I'll quickly take off my trench coat just to keep a bit cool. Yeah, get over here, all you guys. Yeah, no, I hear the creepy music playing. Boom. Boom. Yep. Don't lag behind you guys, come on. We're all gonna go take a trip. Alright guys, see you next fall. There we go. Haha, stupid zombie. Okay, is that all of them? Oh, okay, just one left. Okay, two left, and you know, while we're here, let's this tough guy coming with us. Oh, and a fourth one, too. Good, the gang's all here. Alright. Come on this way. Can't dally too long because the tough guy's slightly faster than his friends, I think. Right this way, right this way. Come on, boy, come on. Hey, come on, zombie, come on. Come on, come jump in the pit. Good boy. You don't get a treat though because you're a stupid zombie. Okay, I think that's everyone in that house now, so we can go check it out. Okay, maybe there's way too many zombies in that damn house. On second thought, I'm just gonna kill this one and check the other house. Okay, let's see what's in this house. Hope the answer is not 100 zombies. Oh, okay. Oh, I think I see what house this is. Oh, no, I don't. For a second, I thought this was the house that grows marijuana in the backyard, but no, this is just a regular garden. Oh. Okay, so every time I think I got enough zombie place cleaned out, more zombies show up, so I'm starting to think that maybe we should just check out the next town instead. Ooh. Gonna have to just smack that dog because it's just gonna keep running up on us. We are bleeding, but oh, there it goes. Never mind, we're good. Okay, zombies, all of you get in the pit. Especially women and children first. Good job. You know, technically I could just lure him over to that acid ant if I wanted to, but I promise that all the acid's gonna stay there, so I can't really smash the corpses until they go away. Okay. Jesus, how many of these damn zombies are there? You know, screw it. Acid ant time. Let's see who wins. A whole horde of shambling idiots versus one goddamn ant that can spew acid everywhere. Right this way, right this way. You're gonna need all the people you can get. Yes, sir. Because you're about to be fighting one nasty combatant. Sorry, combatant. Gotta go with the puns, of course. Oop. Stay grouped up, fellas. Oh, sorry, there are 4 up here, so yeah, their chances of winning are like a nil, I'm guessing. I see 2 in the back, no layabouts. Okay, just trying to figure out how I can get here without actually getting myself killed. Where's the soldier ant? Okay, up there and up there. Okay. And that should be good. See, they're biting the ant, and then phew, there goes the acid. And there go every single zombie. Because acid ants are way too overpowered and need to be rebalanced. Now, that should be everyone. And if not, I'll probably just burn the whole building down. Not really, but you know, I'm just getting impatient, so let's see. Nothing really in there. How about this one? Nothing. No good bags. Oh, we got a basement here. Let's see what's down here at first. Funnel and some cookies. Funnel and socks. Ooh, got some good stuff here. Deprotonated cocaine crystals, incredibly destructive and deleterious to brain chemistry. Uh-oh. Cockroaches. Yeah, these things aren't really deadly, but they really are good at making you bleed and cutting up your furniture, your clothing. Just from biting you a lot. Okay, let's see here. We got nothing. Oh, cargo pants. Those are actually useful. I got lots of pockets, so I can technically store more stuff in them. And just get rid of the jeans. Got a crawling zombie down there, which is really nothing to worry about because all they can do is just crawl on the ground and be slow. Oh, yeah, I'll leave that alone because there's a zombie dog in there. Anything in here I might want to grab? Soap bar. Maybe the cancel instructions. Definitely under the hood. Okay, something interesting here I want to grab. I can drop the baseball cap for now since I think there's going to be a lot of them I can get later on. And what else do I want to drop for now? How about... Okay, I can drop the supplement bottles after unloading them, because it'll technically give me a bit more room, I think. And one more bottle. Drop those medical gloves and... How big is that thing I want to grab? Like 150 volume. Okay, let's try and just unload everything in my cargo pants. Grab that. Get the cudgel. Oh, I don't have my trench coat. That might help out, actually. Where did I leave it? Oh, there it is. Control T over to it. Slap it on. Now let's see what I can carry. Okay, maybe I can get inside this house somehow. Okay, yeah, it's not too hard to get in. Just break the front door down. There we go. Book on winemaking. It's fun, but not something I'm looking for right now. Especially since I can't really carry it. Oh, there's someone in here. So that means put on my trench coat, my messenger bag, and prepare for trouble. Yeah, I hear footsteps, so... Oh, it's a feral person. What do they got? A pipe. Oh, yeah, they're trying to throw a rock at me there, but... There, that was that little gunshot noise. Okay, buddy, come on out. Come, buddy. If I step around that corner, he'll hurl a rock at me, so... I'm just trying to get him to come this way, but... He's really obsessed with that window for some reason. Oh yeah, see, 2 damage. Not a lot, but just gonna have to duel here, and there we go. Good news is that his stuff isn't contaminated like usual zombie stuff, but it's still not good to take because it's still torn up. Got some soap. Now what's up here? There we go, we got a backpack. Okay, this recording's starting to reach 1 hour, so I think I'm going to put a cut in here, and I'll see you next time. Let me know if you enjoy this series by leaving a like, comment, or subscribing, and hopefully I'll survive a few more episodes this time. See you next time.